the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Bringing Christ to the nations, the Lutheran Hour, now in its third decade.
This is the way it starts. Each Sunday, from a chapel on the campus of Concordia Theological Seminary, here in St. Louis, Missouri. Through the 5,000-watt seminary station, KFUO, owned and operated by the Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, the gospel voice of the Lutheran Hour is transmitted to the 500-station coast-to-coast network of one of America's mighty broadcasting systems. Speaking to the people in the big cities and towns across the face of the nation through powerful channels.
WOR, New York.
WGN, Chicago.
KFRC, San Francisco.
WNEC, Boston.
WNOE, New Orleans.
KHJ, Los Angeles.
The missionary program then fans out by transcription to 215 other stations in the out-of-the-way places around the United States. From KPUG up in Bellingham, Washington, to KSOX down in the tip of Texas, to reach some of the smaller communities and the people not served by the coast-to-coast network. Finally, the gospel from the chapel in the Midwest reaches out into the wide world by electrical transcription. On these turning discs are being recorded the gospel that can change the world. These special recordings of the Lutheran Hour are flown across the oceans to the 18 international branch offices of the Lutheran Hour. Here in these modern missionary outposts, the voice that brings Christ to the nations is translated into 56 languages, all to help carry out the divine purpose of the Lutheran Hour to fulfill the Pentecostal ideal that every man shall in his own language hear the wonderful works of God. From the 18 translation points, re-recordings and scripts of the now international Lutheran Hour are sent to 58 countries to be rebroadcast both live and transcribed over the most amazing radio network on earth. Into the Belgian Congo, South and Central America, Europe, the Middle East, Far Asia, India, Australia, the Philippines, the islands of the Pacific, beaming the gospel over 1,200 stations in 56 languages to 58 countries. The Lutheran Hour is the world's most widespread, regularly scheduled radio program. A miracle of modern missionary work. From a chapel in the USA. To the hearts of mankind. Our nation needed a friend the year the Lutheran Hour first went on the air. It was 1930, in the depths of the Depression. The nation was having a nervous breakdown. Too many Americans had lost faith in our future, faith in themselves, and faith in God Almighty. To meet this challenge with the gospel of Christ, the Lutheran Hour was founded. For 20 years, until his passing in 1950, Dr. Walter A. Meyer was the dynamic, inspiring soul of the Lutheran Hour.
Can you even imagine a higher, holier, happier blessing than this redemption in Jesus?
And through the years, the people listened, folks of all denominations and every religious faith. And they found new faith as the voice of the Lutheran Hour grew stronger over more and more radio stations, bringing Christ to the nations. In 1939, when war shattered Europe, the Lutheran Hour began broadcasting to foreign lands, bringing Christ to the nations. When our soldiers went to war, the voice of the International Lutheran Hour went along with them.